Hi guys, let's try to understand today very important topic variable to test debugging the DAX in the Power BI. So have you ever written a measure and that result looks wrong, but you don't know which part is failing? Many developers use the variable, but they don't use them debugging properly. In that real project, this can waste hours of time and creating a serious reporting issue. So in this video, you will learn how to use the variable and return to the test, isolate and debugging complex DAX measures step by step in the Power BI. So let's jump on the screen. I have written a just little complex variable a measure through the variable, right? So in this example, you are able to use variable to define individual complex and the larger and the more complex measure, and then return expression to quickly check the output of the each variable and identify which specific component is the root cause of the error, right? So what can you do in the return? You just calling this variable over here, right? This divide. But let's suppose your ratio is unexpected, giving a wrong result. So what can you do? You simply take one by one. Either the problem is here in this denominator or numerator problems. So take the one by one. Take the call total female order here in the return and check, okay, everything is a problem or right, or there's a problem. So this is some problem, you can fix that. Or there's a quantity sold is a problem, so you can just call it here in the quantity sold one by one and check the problem is here, here and there. So what will you do? We'll do one thing. Let's jump on the Power BI and try to understand deeply in this practical way. So I'll open the Power BI and create a measure over there, right? So let's quickly create a measure. Click on the measure and new measure. So let's take percentage. First I'll give the measure name. Percentage quantity sold to female, right, is equal to, take the first variable where VAR space and variable name. I'll take the name here as a total order underscore female. It is a simple one, right? So how can we extract the total female? Let's take the calculate functions and hit enter. Sum, what I need to sum, quantity sold. Quantity sold, it is in the sales order. Sales by order, there's a table sales by order, and in the table there is a quantity sold. So I'm just summing up there and filtering the female. So I'll just using the filter option there. Filter. What I'm filter from which table? Table is our customer lookup. Customer lookup. So in the customer there is the gender. In the gender, if I filter only the female, right? So that is one variable done. So I'm just filtering the female customer from the quantity sold and giving the variable here. So that is done, right? I'll just take one more variable var space quantity sold. I'm just giving name of that variable quantity sold, quantity sold, right? So quantity sold is like total sum is simply quantity sold. Quantity sold is the quantity sold located in the sales by store. Quantity sold, this one. So simply I'm just summing up there. Quantity sold. Okay, now I have done this total female and the quantity sold. Now I can divide it, right? So what can I do? I simply take one more variable. In that variable I'll take the ratio, right, is equal to enter, and ratio I'll just divide. What I divide? So numerator is like total female order, and what is denominator? That is quantity sold, right? If let's suppose there is error something, so I can just take this mark. If there's error, I don't want to give the blank there, and that order. So that is return, right? So in the return, I can call one by one. Either I can call this one and this one. Let's take this one, the total order or total female order. So what would be total female order? I can call it here and hit enter. Let's call it here in a in this measure table. So that is total female order there, right? And let's take the, okay, now I can check is all correct, expected or values are there, so that is fine. And if it's not there, so what can I do? Let's call this time quantity sold. So now total quantity would be there here. So this time only quantity would be there. And now I can call the ratio this time. So step by step you can go where is the problem, right? And you can find out the problems. So that is very important thing if you're using the variable. So through the variable we can find out where is the problem, and you can easily find out that. If let's suppose I'm not using the variable, I'm just taking too many calculations, this one, and there's some problem, so all will stuck. I don't know where is the problem, right? So my advice is always use the variable. Use such kind of DAX so that it was very easy to you and your customer also. And also give some comments over there, what you're doing here, what you're doing here, what you're doing here, right? So it would be very helpful and your DAX looks very attractive, right? So let's do one thing, let's wrap up this and see you in the next video, where I just cover lot of scalar functions and lots of deep dive in the in this DAX. So see you in the next video. Stay tuned.